What if the next assassin is mid and the CK is support?
That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna
Instant niet from them.
If it does, I'll double nothing you on that $20 you won.
Oh, yes.
I already won.
No, you haven't even paid her the first 20. You gotta.
This is true too. I mean, I'm still
waiting for your money. Hey.
Queen of Pain.
Oh.
Whop.
Oh.
It's Playmaker. It's the magic damage.
Would you have burst against the Monkey King?
It's just you blink in wrong one time, you're gonna get ravaged and tusked to the face.
All right, Kyle, who you got?
Predictions are based on Afop Ninja's number of deaths. If you get ahead as Gambit, you could theoretically control the map. Quap doesn't die because he's got blink. Jug doesn't die because there's only a tusk.
You gotta choose a team. You can't do that.
No, give me one.
Quap's over under on deaths 2.5. More deaths than that, they lose. Less than that, they win.
Getting him to commit to anything is obviously, we don't do that.
Kyle,
it's just like the marriage conversation with him.
Like, I have a rule, I have a principle that I never, no matter what, pick Quap to win.
Okay.
Never pick
Quap.
Quap.
I'm going to break that rule because Gambit's going to take this.
Gambit's going to take it.
I've got to go with Carlos. I think that's a good quad pick. I think, I don't. Monkey King safe lane is. I've seen that fail many more times recently than I've actually seen a mid quad fail. So I'm favoring the quad team. So Gambit.
I like.
All right,
I changed my mind. I'm going to NaVi.
Oh wait, changes to NaVi.
I'm sticking with Gambit.
Too many stuns.
NaVi.
Gambit.
I'm going for Gambit.
Gambit.
NaVi. Sorry, folks.
Okay, well,
Tidehunter OP.
Loot.bet just updated right after the draft, and now they say that Gambit is going to win.
They're smart.
You put $1 on Gambit, you win $1.79. You put $1 on NaVi, you win $1.88. So, Game 3, the winner moves on to try to take down NIP. Who's it going to be? Let's see.
All right, the panel split. The Loot.bet odds are pretty even right there. We got a final pick, Queen of Pain Purge. This is setting up to be a fun Game 3, I would think.
Yeah, I definitely agree with what OD was saying about Monkey King being a little bit unsure as a hard carry late game. And that is correct. He's kind of more of like a team fight tempo hero. I think generally he's easier to rely on as like your mid hero. Maybe reminiscent of how Mid One played him wins in some of Secret's wins at ESL. In Birmingham, I believe. No, Hamburg, the most recent Hamburg one. But it can still work, potentially. And it's not like he's by himself. He's also got, he can combo with a Razor.
It's not your most ideal, you know, as he's moving around as a tree right here.
Yeah.
Always fun to watch.
But they've got really good team fight, it's the other thing. Between, like, I guess that's a really good thing to point out. If Tide gets a blink, and he can blink Ravage, and they can Will-O-Wisp, that's going to buy, like, 3 seconds.
Yeah.
And that's 3 seconds that your Monkey King ulti is going to be slapping heroes.
True.
And normally that doesn't happen. You have to, like, sit in a tree, channel ulti, and use your stun to set up your ulti. But this is some NaVi shit, dude. This is Game 3 of their match. They pull out some strat here.
Yeah.
Last time it was Bounty Hunter. This time it's Monkey King. I think they're going to do some cool combo stuff. They're going to keep everybody in the little Monkey King ulti. They're going to blinding light push him in. They're going to, like, throw an ice shards to block off the exits. It's going to be, there's going to be an area of death.
They're going to make them fight in the arena. That is the Wukong's command. And that's a good thing to put. The Will-O-Wisp specifically, actually, with the Coddle. Wasn't thinking about it. And again, another target where that chakra could be interesting with that Monkey King. More balanced strikes, etc. So look for that. But yeah, fairly unique here from NaVi, but definitely setting up to potentially work pretty well as with Theory Craft in there. Interesting lane setups that we have. Both teams choosing to go aggressive tri-lane. So it's going to be 1 versus 3 on either side, and I assume we're going to see adjustments as a result of this. Because right now, Afterlife, you know, he's just going to CS what he can, of course, pull them in. But, oh, top lane? Are they going? They're killing Tidehunter currently as I'm watching the life bar. And sure enough, Dahak gets credit for the first blood on that Juggernaut. Let's take a look at the mid lane. It happened. It happened.
No, I didn't miss anything.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, who would this favor? But, well, I kind of have our answer right there, at least early on.
That's actually not too surprising they killed. I mean, it's Juggernaut, right? So you're able to do a lot of magic damage and chase them that way.
Nice blinding light pushback right there, Afterlife. He is still going to live, though.
That was cool. Cool juke path to get out. But it works out really nicely, right, to have tag team in a tri-lane. So there's 3 heroes hitting instead of just 1.
And right there, though, Afterlife able to get out. And for now, no one's really adjusting. I assumed we were going to see some kind of early adjustment, especially after that first blood. Well, there we go. There's one. Coddle. He TPs at the top lane. And Tusk's going to stay down here at least for now. But with Coddle going up there, maybe we'll see Gambit respond. As far as the musical lanes go. But Monkey King, it is setting up for him to have pretty free CS, and it's showing 6-5 right now against the Chaos Knights. That's 3-0. What kind of build on the Monkey King are we going to see? I mean, this is a hero that can go a plethora of builds, especially being played in this now technically a safe lane free farming role.
So technically, if you want your Monkey King to maximize their damage, what you'd want to do is buy a lot of agility type items, basically. You don't have to. It can kind of work flexibly. You just kind of need a lot of damage, basically. I can't remember exactly how the mechanics work. I feel like I'm getting confused. I don't remember if it's just a bit. It's not agility based. It's like whatever items you buy on your hero is what it does, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, we've also seen things like Maelstrom, you know, the procs there. Echo Saber can potentially be good for that reason,
I just can't remember well enough. There's so many like pseudo attack-like unit things now that I'm forgetting exactly how Monkey King works. But basically just keep them in the ultimate and ideally keep them more central. The center part of the circle has more Monkey King Monkey King thingies available to attack. So
statues, I guess you could say.
Yeah, whatever they're called. So you want to keep them in the center ideally, and you just need to buy a lot of damage items. Most players buy Echo Saber because then the attacks will slow people, which will help keep them there longer. But if you buy some more damage item, if you could buy like a Deso or something like that, I think that should also function as a way to increase your damage. But I don't necessarily expect we'll see Deso.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. They have a lot of minus armor sources on NaVi's side, but I don't know. We'll see.
Again, plethora of options. That's how the hero works. Again, being played in this position 1 role specifically. The fact that he is the hardest carry of the team, like we were discussing. So all things to go over if you crystallize and think about. I'm sure he has an idea at least as far as he wants to go for, and we'll find out.
Stole the bull.
Eventually.
It's so funny. Never, ever would you see somebody take this creep.
Oh, yeah.
Normally. But it's actually not bad. It does about 40 magic damage over the course of like 20 seconds. It's very, very low, but...
Divine favors it even.
Yeah, I mean, increases heal, dude. Increases damage. I think it's basically piercing damage, so it's actually not usable as a... it's not very good at harassment outside of the whole magic damage or the poison damage thing, but... Yeah. He can go back and get another one. He's got 3.
I know we saw Insania getting that ghost a couple of times yesterday. Yeah, the slow and everything, so...
So it would be good for denying basically because it does do piercing damage or whatever the heck it's called. It was like basic and something else. I don't remember.
All those fun mechanics.
They changed the words.
Yeah. Queen of Pain, 16-10 against the 19-6 Razor, so it's pretty back and forth in the mid lane matchup. Of course, Quap does naturally have that getaway from a Link. Doesn't have to be too concerned about that overall, as long as she doesn't blink for it.
And she'll just abuse daggers to try to harass her opponent down.
Yeah, you see it coming out right there. Top lane, see a wraparound Nyx Assassin. Yeah, the Nyx Assassin pick, is we've seen this hero pop up here and there a couple of games. It seems like that they snap picked it after I want to say it was the Tusk came out even for the other side. So I don't know if it was in response to that's magical, but they're both getting low. Blizzy goes down elsewhere. That was at the top lane, and
that was sick.
He's going for the kill, but Matt, is he going to tick down?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, there we go. It's a kill for Alpha9, as well as what happened at the top lane. And just like that, it's a 3-0 lead.
I think that's I'm really happy the cameraman didn't move that time. That was really fun to watch. Just, he backed off perfectly. He did just enough attacking, and then he backed up, popped the salve, and he blinked in the perfect location where he didn't take tower damage. Razor wasn't feeling super confident to turn a right click to break the salve. He gets to do right click salve, which guarantees the kill.
Bottom lane, Nyx Assassin rotates in, sets up a kill on Crystallize. This is a hell of a start for Gambit right now. Yeah. Already up 2K net worth, obviously a 4-0 hero kill lead. And Nyx Assassin's been involved both at the top and the bottom lane. Now you have the solo kill from Quap in the middle lane that we just saw, and you credited him for playing very well.
I just realized we have Razor Quap in the mid lane matchup. Who's going to spank who? It's going one way right now.
Chu, he's good. As Divine Favors applied to Afterlife, meanwhile, tag team coming out from Chu, and they just burst down 10. Ooh. Yikes.
FNG briefly forgot what he was encountering. That actually probably works. Tag team plus Monkey King, now I think about it. Does tag team work with Monkey King's ultimate, actually?
I have no answer for you. That's a good question.
That could be really sick.
Because, again, we were confirming the other day as far as it technically works with Hero, so...
Yes.
The idea of...
Because it worked with the Klink's ultimate, I seem to remember.
Did it? Okay. If it worked with the Klink's ultimate, then I would assume so.
I might be wrong, though. I don't know. I need to go do a bunch of testing with tag team. But I know that Monkey King's summons are hero-like. They're not illusions, so I could see tag team working. And if that's true, then they'd apply slow, and it'd be an Echo Saber already. There's lots of cool. I love watching teams think of these really cool synergies. It's really fun to see.
By the way, Resolution's in the house.
That's true. He is.
He's going to be on cast later on, the Russian broadcast as well as the English broadcast for the grand final. Exciting. Juggernaut 47-16. Oh, he's having a great time when it comes to his farm. Yeah, you see right there the net worth, more than 1,000 over anyone else at 7 minutes in. That is pretty damn good. We have a recall, by the way, on Nyx Assassin. And they're going to go in. The Divine Favors apply, Crystallize, throws out the Balance Strike. Nice, hits all 3 heroes. The Chaos Bolt will connect eventually. This is quite the dive, though. TP coming in on the other side. It looks like Coddle. Snowball in. They want to go forward, Crystallize. I don't know if that's exactly what he wanted, though. He wants to run now. He does have the Jingu Mastery, fully good to go. Not healing up for the time being, but he's juking through the trees. Afterlife cannot find him. The trees beat down, though. Here comes Queen of Pain, using the ultimate, securing that kill. Now Chu, very likely dead as well. Divine Favor goes up on Afterlife. Once again, he'll snowball forward, maybe go for a turn kill of sorts. That's not going to work.
Yeah, rare mistake by Chu there. That was pretty big. Because by snowballing the Monkey King back in, he was already so low, and the stun had already thrown out so early from CK that all it took was one more stun and he was going to die. Maybe he thought he had more charges built up or something like that, but if you don't have your stun ready on Monkey King, when you get into a really dangerous situation like that, you can't rely on like just barely getting Jingu off and then healing. He was just committed to dying at that point as soon as he snowballed back in, so kind of a big mistake by Chu.
You see this pressure too. They use offensive fortification to keep that tower pressure going with the siege creep, but FNG run down, tag team kicking in, and Crystallize gets credit for that one there at least.
In that case, the CK stun being slow was a good thing. So by the time it finally connected to the snowball, he's out of the snowball. It was pretty funny. And the other thing that was important about the snowball, and it allowed Quap to rotate. She got to the bot lane, she dropped a big ultimate, and most importantly, it killed the important hero on Navi's side. It killed the enemy carry. So, well, that's not true. Oh, I'm sorry, Jug is so
Jug's
fucking
just,
farmed.
yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. I mean, look at the net. That's almost 2,000 net worth than anyone else. That's insane for this point in the game.
Ridiculous.
It's like doubling net worth over anyone.
I don't know how it's so incredibly ahead.
Is he like perfect CS?
It's got to be like he has every last in deny against this Tide or something, which isn't even easy, by the way. I mean, it's easier to play Jug against Tide now than it used to be, and he's gotten 2 kills, obviously, but it's ridiculous how much net worth he has.
He's going to get, well, I was going to say Battery, but now he's looking for the kill on Magical. Omni-Slash set up Immersion there with the Impale initially, and the thanks comes out. The Hawk's like, all right, got the kill, now back to farm.
Yeah, it's a hard one for Razor here, and that's part of the reason, that's why they picked the Nyx Assassin, because if he does get a lot of his passives, you can just use Spiked Carapace. You can guarantee the stun setup. And having Omni-Slash or some other physical damage burst, Quap is similar. It's a hero that has pretty good mobility and a lot of burst damage if you need it. So just having Nyx around is going to set up all these kills so simply.
And he's done plenty of it. I don't know how many assists he has yet, but 7 kills, wouldn't be surprised if at least 4 or 5 of them he has absolutely been involved in. Alphanine runs into Chu as the 10-minute Bannerines are coming in. She does, yeah. Sonic Wave good to go. The link up, but pops a Phantasm. Afterlife, there goes the Sonic Wave pushback. Chu, he's going to be picked off. Crystallize survived for the time being, but not for long. They pick up the Bounty Rune, but Crystallize almost out of here. Afterlife does no damage right now due to the link.
Oh, she got him.
But Queen of Pain chases in, blinks forward, gets the kill on Monkey, and they finish off Razor in the back lines.
Her blink location was just perfect, dude. She blinked on the high ground so she'd have vision advantage, and because Monkey was jumping from low ground to high ground, she barely caught vision and got one last attack off that guaranteed the Monkey kill. She was so patient in that fight, and it was exactly what she needed to do. She didn't use the ulti on Chu when she was at half HP. She just held it and held it and held it, waited till their group, got the double combo. And once again, a great rotation from Quap. She's so ahead now. Like, she's not Juggernaut ahead, but she's doing great.
Gambit's just ahead. I mean, 7,000 net worth. We're not even 11 minutes into this game. That's one of the bigger leads we've had this whole tournament.
And they have a Chen. So it's not even like they don't have a good way to like push towers or something. It's like normally Chen gets a little behind if he has trouble, but they're just completely ahead. Did Jug finish his Midas?
He had the Midas, already used it once. I was going to mention that. This is a game where I think it's because he's so far ahead. He's like, all right, why not be extra greedy?
I mean, I'm a little surprised he didn't go for Battle Fury instead, I guess. But Midas just probably gives you a lot more damage overall. It's much better with your Omni-Slash, actually.
I was going to say with the attack speed.
Because attack speed means you slash more times. Battle Fury just means you do more damage and then you cleave. But if it's just a solo guy, the Battle Fury is not very good.
No.
And Midas is way cheaper than Battle Fury. It's about half the cost. So in a lot of ways, Midas probably gives you comparable damage if you're not dealing with illusions.
And
you won't be able to jungle, actually, is the big part. If he was having a tough time and needed to like leave his lane, Battlefear's way better because you're going to crush jungles. But if you're just chilling in your lane, Midas is probably half the cost and gives you equal farm speed.
Magical, he'll live for now. No Sonic Wave use from Queen of Pain. Looks like it is on cooldown. As Chu comes in with the Ice Shard and just simply there to deter any further chase. A loot.bet odds showing up on your screen to get you head over. Register for an account. You enter the code Valentine.
We know it was 2 days ago, but Valentine still.
Valentine. It's Valentine week here. That's what we're celebrating.
It's true.
It's all about love for this whole week.
And let's be real, it's Valentine month, practically. It's what this has felt like. It's been,
it really has.
Been here a while.
It's been an event here, but $100,000 prize pool on the line. You know, they're playing for a significant amount of money after all. Bottom lane, NaVi trying to pressure this tier 1 tower. And they may get it, but meanwhile, look at elsewhere. Yeah, you see the opening on a Tusk, and comes that Sonic Wave, and F9's one auto attack later, as you mentioned. It's just perfect.
So this is basically all NaVi can do right now. They've got the teamfight lineup, right? And it's not too atypical for teamfight lineups to lose the laning stage because their heroes are better at the mid game. But the problem now is that all they can do is split push. They can do it okay, but they're not going to do it nearly as well as Gambit. They've got Chen, they've got Juggernaut for pushing and healing. They've got Quap for rotating. There's so many good things that they can do.
They got Ravage as well. FNG, he's on the run. Trying to get away right here. The link is up, but he is going to get picked off. So Magical finding some kind of opportunity.
Well, they're going to waste the ultimate. No, actually, it's going to catch Chaos Knight and get him in the way. Can they save him, though? They're putting Disables down. Oh!
That would have been
so
something.
sick.
Yeah, the Phantasm being used,
so
trying to
close.
juke out right there. Gets hit by the Ravage, though, and is cleaned up. So, yeah, it's not the prettiest of Ravages for a kill. Like it gets the kill. You know, you're behind quite a bit. You'll take what you can get.
Absolutely. If you're this far behind, you need to kill as many farm tiers as you can. Obviously, it's better to kill Jug because his net worth is so ridiculous. But CK is a great option as well. In some ways, Ravage being a slow speed makes it harder to dodge with your illusion usage there.
Yeah.
But it was a good attempt. If you can make moments like that work in CK, it's real fun.
Queen of Pain trying to finish a full Orchid. Well on her way to that. As one of the opponents picked up there already. Seneko helping to take out a nice stack that's going on. Tight on her.
Been a while since we saw Tide stacks cleared.
Monkey King, they want to kill FNG. Nice shard block. Hand of God even used for this. He does have support coming in, but that burst is more than enough damage. Omni Slash, though, bouncing around. Is this over ambitious, though? Doesn't get a kill initially. Crystallize the spin. Nice job with the wand. Going to stay alive for the time being, but it's not enough, so it's not over ambitious. The Hawk just essentially 1v4'd right there, and they could go for more. F9. He's blinking in aggressively. Another blink to be off cooldown on 5 more seconds. Immersion's already up there as well. Impel hits Chu. Blinding Light pushback. Magical going to join the party. I don't know if he wants to necessarily, though. He will come in late. Pops out of the storm. There's a snowball forward. The Hawk caught by it. He just simply runs away, though. Immersion did go too far, it looks like. Spiked Carapace helping him for the time being. You see the Horde. Tidehunter's chasing it. Can't finish it. And the Sonic Wave connects on a 3 in the backlines. Tusk is down. Kato gets picked off. The fight for Gambit looking superior right now. Blizzy is eventually going to get spun down. Gambit is just playing so well. We keep saying it, but it's worth stressing over and over, I
It's
feel.
just the perfect situations to play Queen of Pain, and just these long, elongated fights with a lot of weaving in and out. You just wait and you wait until you get those good moments, and then all of a sudden your opponent's just, the Sonic Wave comes in, and then she always blink follows up, and they just can't survive these burst damage moments when it's this early in the game and they're behind. Quap's levels are way ahead. She's dealing way too much AoE damage, and they're just getting further crushed in fights.
Mixed Assassin, he's just walking away. There's a Shrine up, so you want to be careful. Boundless Strike, slowing them down. Immersion, maybe go down to this. Looks like he will. Radiant team choosing it's better not to try to respond there. Let him be.
Everyone behind Midas this game.
It's just that kind of game.
It really is.
As Monkey King getting his. FNG, okay, we've seen that before.
Yes, very easy to kill him this game. That's the benefit of Tusk, really. You just do a lot of single target damage. Shen can never really defend himself often. It's better now with your second skill, but still very tough without armor items.
Saw Diffusal just finished by Juggernaut, so that's what he uses the Midas to go towards.
I mean, when you look at his net worth graph, it's real big, real long. But if you look at his items, they don't look the most impressive. I would even maybe say the same about Queen of Pain. She's 7-0-3. I feel like she's just been like owning the whole game.
Yeah.
And she doesn't quite have her Orchid. It's almost done. It feels like she should have like 2 items by now. It's been a fast 16-minute game is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
We had more than a kill per minute so far, and they're not done. They're going to head to the jungle and look for the next pick-offs, and DKPhobos is going to make it even easier for Juggernaut to get kills.
Yeah, Omni Slash is ready as well. Dire team fighting into the zone. Nice job with the Will-O-Wisp opening FNG caught immersion. Pushed up right there with the blinding light. So he's in a horrible spot now because of that. And Nyx Assassin is killed. Now, they used their big ultimate, or one of their several big ultimates to do so, and we're not done just yet. Omni Slash all on Razor, pops the Yulzo, he'll be fine, jumps over to Blizzy, it's going back and forth. Wukong's command is throwing down, but the Hawk just doing too much damage. No! The Link comes out, and Blizzy actually gonna live, never mind. Sonic Wave finishes the job in the backlands. Looks like there's still more action happening as Afterlife. He popped the Phantasm, takes out Coddle. Razor's gonna get finished off at the Hawk, and Crystallize, he's just gonna try to run away the best that he can. Chu, it's a lot more difficult for him as Monkey King leaps into the trees, but they'll lose the Tusk and make it a 4-0.
This is a great game for Chen to have his second skill maxed, actually. Like, Quitapane's already attacking really fast because she has Treads and she has Orchid, and she's one of those few rare int spellcasters whose right-click is actually pretty impressive. And you could definitely see it in that fight, man. That Omni Slash was great, even if it still was, a lot of it was wasted on the Yule Scepter. It just didn't matter. Bounced over the Tide gets cleaned up. They just have so much more room to fight around on Gambit's side.
I was going to say, he didn't have Ravage, did he? No.
I think he did.
No, he has it still.
He got mana drained is the thing, because the Omni Slash is draining 50 mana per attack.
Right.
If anything, DKPhobos is way better now in Jug than it was in the last patch when they changed Omni, because the more attack speed you have, the more slashes you get, the more mana gets burned. And against all of NaVi's heroes, actually, mana burn is real sick until they get BKBs or Ghost Scepters.
In a game like this, that's going to be a while right now. We know the Yules is finished on Razor, but again, as far as BKB progression, expect a fair amount of time before that would be coming in. So Gambit keeping the pressure up. They get the Cone Roshan, as we saw. The Aegis picked up. Blink Dagger now purchased by Afterlife as well on the Chaos Knight. So he's that third core that happens to, oh, by the way, be doing better than anyone on the Dire team.
Yeah, I'm not sure how Monkey King is supposed to catch up here. His laning stage was okay, but it wasn't fantastic. Yeah. And Midas is definitely going to help, but they got to find a good team fight, basically. They got a combo. I want to see their Wombo combo. We need to see it often, and it needs to be executed well every single time, basically, for them to get back in this game convincingly.
That is true. They do have that potential when it comes to the team fight. And as long as you have that, I suppose you're never really out of it. But it's easier said than done, of course, especially when you're this far behind in items. Top lane just being pushed in. They were thinking about setting up, but they realized there's just too many numbers there. Figured it's best to not. Chaos Knight, he's used a couple of those charges for his drums already.
This is perfect for him. He can use ulti in trees, and then he can blink in and instantly Reality Rift. It's a huge advantage. Oh, they go backline though.
No ulti needed for this one. That's a free kill on Tusk.
Stun stack. No, he's not dead.
Never mind. Earn. And there's a Reality Rift, but he snowballs in.
Yeah, that's a big mistake by Gambit. They should have been able to stun follow up and guarantee that kill, but he stacked his stun with the Nyx for some reason. A little miscommunication there.
We're going to get the tower kill out of this, though.
Yeah, it wasn't bad by any means, but that's not worth criticizing that much. They're still making stuff happen. Look for the kills. Oh, they get him to the calling. Do they know? Yeah, they got him.
Yes, they do. And now Crystallize, I don't think he stands a chance here. Yep, as he mentioned, 4-second stun. He comes down. The Urn's throwing up. He gets the Balance Strike off, but even with Queen of Pain joining the party, he's dead. So he's going to be out for 30 more seconds. The Bounty Rune's being controlled by Gambit there. And remember, they still have the Aegis throughout all this on Juggernaut, I believe. So he's going to join the party. Most likely he's running towards the right side of the map. Tidehunter, haven't seen the Ravage for a little bit. He's working on his Blink Dagger. 2,000 gold saved up.
Yeah, once he finishes that, it'll be a lot easier for them to take a fight. Because then they just need to find a rare moment where Gambit is a little bit too close together. And then they can do the chain disables. And for heroes like Quap, I mean, she's got an Aegis, of course, but she's actually very vulnerable survivability-wise. One of the big benefits on the hero is if you tank her up a little bit, get BKB. That way, if you do get caught, you don't get bursted down right away. You want to stay alive on her and keep weaving and look for those big ultimates.
Sentry put down right in front of Immersion, so saying hello, but again, can't really do anything about this right now.
Jug is just so strong right now. It's crazy. He's got his Manta finish. He's queuing up Butterfly now. He's going to have so much attack speed. He's going to instantly drain all the mana on the enemy team.
Oh man, this stack right here. The Dire team, they've been working on this, I'm sure.
I'm sure you wish he has Battle Fury right now.
Yeah, well, yeah, that would help. no Maelstrom, no Battle Fury.
They're actually just attacking towers everywhere. It's so easy, actually, for Gambit to take these because they know that their opponents aren't going to be able to easily take a team fight. So as long as they're spread out a little bit, NaVi just can't engage. So they're forced to just bide time and wait.
Trying our best to keep hope alive for NaVi, but it's getting glimmer by the second. Glimmer, that is. Glimmer Cape. NaVi.
The hope is glimmering away.
There you go. That's what it
like
is.
a sunset is what Breaky was trying to say.
That's totally the elegant way to put it. Aegis, not much time remaining. It's about a minute or so remaining, so may not get the quote-unquote use out of it as far as pushing into a base, I suppose, but just simply having it. Wait, did Queen of Pain pick it up, actually? I thought Juggernaut had it.
Aegis? Yeah.
Okay, she picked it up, okay. So she's pushing on top currently. There's that Blink Dagger that we were mentioning on Tidehunter.
Yep.
So again, one of the components of trying to at least land a wombo combo. Bottom lane, they recalled in the Queen of Pain, and look at that. Snowball into a Sonic Wave.
We didn't see the setup, but that looked real bad. It was probably like they ganked him, and Tusk was like, I'll save you.
Yeah.
And just made it the easiest quad ult of their life. She's going to go in, though.
Afterlife going in on to Tusk. DKB Purchase, meanwhile. The Queen of Pain and the Hawk with the double kill.
It's definitely time for the voice lines, dude. This game looks completely over. They lost 2 heroes outside of the base. They can't even take a team fight. No. The one big advantage that NaVi had was their team fights. If they can get all of Gambit's heroes in a little clump, everyone in Gambit will die to Monkey King Ultimate, to Ravage, to Will-O-Wisp, to Razor, but they can't get them into that little clump.
Yeah.
And they can't even be ready to fight as 5 because Gambit's just playing so well.
Rax goes down 23 minutes into the game. Just continues to be so clean. They already have all the outer towers. So Roshan might just fall back and can't blame Gambit despite this massive lead. Might as well just wait for the next one and keep NaVi choked in their base if anything. Also, pause the game and rub it in a little bit more.
I guess.
Part of the strategy.
They're probably talking to each other like, hey, let's pause for a sec. How are you going to spend your money? Because it looks to me like they're going to be able to take this win. It's not over, obviously, but and there is still wow. We have never seen a 1 before.
1.
That means that if you bet,
do not bet
$1 on Gambit, they will give you your money back if Gambit wins. That is 12.5 on NaVi as well. I have never seen a number so huge.
That's high.
That's for the series win. Now, I would put 50 cents down on NaVi right now.
I think the minimum might be $1.
All right. $1. I'll give them $1.
You'll give them $1.
Promo code Valentine. I'd put $1 down.
Get a loot.bet. Register that account.
No, that $1's wasted. Don't bet the $1. Consider betting the $1, maybe. But don't bet a lot. This game does not look good. 20K disadvantage. Jug's net worth is like almost higher than the whole Dire teams is what it feels like.
Yeah. He's got an Eagle song now, so mention that butterfly. Just about there.
Free illusions. I like how he spun there. That was really next up, or heads up play. The only reason he spun there, because a rune is a trap. That wouldn't have been there for a long time. It's possible that NaVi was nearby. They might have been trying to play around and say like, oh, he's going to go for this, and we're going to do a Blink Ravage and kill him. He was just playing so safe.
Even at this point, Immersion, he gets caught initially. Spiked Carapace already throwing up. Walrus Punch connects onto him. And the Goblak, you see that pretty massive field. It got buffed recently, remember. The link is up on Immersion, but magically he's running into a trap himself. Will-O-Wisp put down, but Razor is going to fall. You have no BKB on him. He's going to fall. Crystallized past his own BKB. Guess what? Not too good against Omnislash, though.
I lost my $1.
Gets cut right there. GG is called. You sure did.
Yep, $1's gone.
Never really stood a chance. Gambit takes game number 3, and it feels like just like pretty quick. All 3 games, pretty quick for the most part.
I mean, that game was really,
that game was over after the laning phase, really.
I mean, certainly that mid-team fight where the one where he Omni-slashed the Tidehunter and got him low, that fight absolutely cleaned things out.